Good afternoon from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Thursday, December the 31st market update, the last one for the year. On the economic front, we had jobless claims. They came in down 22,000 at 432,000. Then we had the EIA Nat Gas report, which showed a drawdown of 124 billion cubic feet, which was less than expected, causing Nat Gas to pull back. The dollar, oil, gold, silver were all up, and copper was mostly flat. The light sweet crude futures were up 8 cents to settle at $79.36 a barrel. Take a look at the West Texas Intermediate crude. We actually did touch 80 today, so we touched right here, which was a double top breakout for crude. We still could have, some resistance out here. If we print 81, then I'm not sure how high we may go. But there is still some resistance up here in this area around this 80, 81 area, so we'll keep an eye on that. And into next week, when there's hopefully a lot more volume in the market. Let's go over and take a look at the Dow. The Dow closed down 128 points to 10,428. The S&P closed down 11 points to 1,115, and the Nasdaq closed down 22 points to 2,269. All three indices were down around 1% today. So we're taking a look at the Dow here on the 6-month. Let's. I've been talking about watching this. MACD did actually, we broke out above here. Now we've curled and coming back down. So we'll have to, see how this goes. Obviously, the market have to go higher to pull the MACD back up. We did break the 10,500, so obviously the did not act as support, which I've been talking about. Typically, when you have this much resistance, you break through it. Of course, we broke through it on very, very low volume. So it's not support. You notice that we did stop around the 30-day moving average on the Dow. We'll have to see if that holds, or if we're going to go lower. Let's take a look at the 50-day moving average on the Dow. You notice the last here, which was in right the 1st of October, and then here again, 1st of November, we touched the 50 both of those times. So if that happens again, that would bring us back down near the 10,250 to 10,230 area. If we come back and retouch this 50, so we'll have to wait and see if that happens, which would be a little ways down from here, but not too bad. We've kind of been due for some pullback, and of course, obviously, there's a little bit of profit taking came in late in the day. Let's take a look at the S&P. The S&P, we've got a trend line here. It's sitting right. S&P pulled back to, this 1,115, which is close to where we, the breakout. And so we'll have to see. I mean, it's still possible to stop there. We've also got this bullish trend line right here. See if that breaks next week. Goldman Sachs actually didn't look pretty good today. So that was, and then Morgan Stanley also, which, was up just a little bit as well. Overall, the financials, though, weren't that great. The XLF was down just a little bit. So let's check out gold. Look at the GLD, gold ETF. So we're still stuck in here, bouncing between this support and resistance area in gold. MACD's kind of flattened out again. Keep an eye on this. We'll catch it when the move starts up again. And same with silver, didn't really move much of anywhere today. So let's look at the volatility index. Lots of volatility kicked in there when we started selling off. So as you can tell, the VIX was up over 8% today. Ran right into this bearish trend line, got drawn here. So let's see if we can break above that or not. And the MACD is turn back up. Back to over to the sectors. Just one of the 16 sectors we follow finished in the green today, and that was the gold index, and it finished up 0.5%, so 0.5% on the day. The industrial transportation index was the weakest, down 1.56%, and I'm sure that has a lot to do with the strength we've been seeing in oil of late, putting pressure on the industrial transportation stocks. Chart watch, there'll be no chart watch today. I will post my weekly watch list on Sunday evening as always. Hopefully we'll have some good setups here when I go look through there this weekend to find those. Let's go over to the current market signals. Of course, we follow the point and figure charts for the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P. Of course, all of them still remain on the buy signal. No damage done today. There wasn't really that much of a pullback today. Let's take a quick look here at the Dow on the point and figure chart. All right, so we broke out here above the 10,500, printed up to 10,550, come back, pulled back down in here, and I've talked about this possible, which would be close to also the 50 moving average, is to pull back down here to this support area at 10,250 again, and hopefully that holds. Of course, that'll remain to be seen. We may not even pull back that far, but if we do, that would get us back to where we've been at the beginning of October, which I thought was interesting, and November, and maybe we'll start the beginning of January off that way. That's really it. We would go back on a sell signal on the Dow. We actually printing that 10,250 would put us back on a sell signal, because we would take out the previous column of O's here. But again, like I said, there's some support here too, so we'll find out next week. Hopefully there's more volume, and hopefully we'll have another good trading week set up. This has been pretty boring. A lot of slow grind upwards this week, but overall it was kind of a boring week for trading. So that's it for today. Everyone be careful out there tonight, and Happy New Year.